Dare to explore how the founding of the National Geographic Society changed the scientific community forever by Harper Hoover.
The National Geographic Society has been organized to increase and diffuse geographic knowledge, and the publication of a magazine has been determined upon as one means of accomplishing these purposes. It will contain memoirs, essays, notes, correspondence, reviews, etc., relating to geographic matters. As it is not intended to be simply the organ of the society, its pages will be open to all persons interested in geography, in the hope that it may become a channel of intercommunication, stimulate geographic investigation, and prove an acceptable medium for the publication of results.
These words, the first ever words of the National Geographic magazine, remind me of how far our society has come in the last 10 years. Why, we've grown the diversity of our members, we've sent people to the mountaintops. And yet, I really must get started and finish up my article for the 10th anniversary special. Let's see, where was I? Reflecting on the National Geographic Society's first decade by Eliza Ruhama Skidmore, Associate Editor. The Society was born in the age of innovation and revolution, paving the way for its destiny of modernization. Its mission was to share knowledge on the 5 different divisions of geography: the geography of land, water, air, life, and art. During the founding year, the Society decided to expand its mission by publishing a journal. The first issue of the National Geographic magazine was nothing but a dull brown booklet full of countless words about geography. Nonetheless, within a year, photography became a clear focus for the magazine, as the first photograph was published in 1889. What else is there to say? Well, it was in 1890 when the Society funded its first major expedition. I believe it was one of the founding members, Israel Russell, who led the expedition in the St. Elias region of Alaska. The team did not reach the summit of Mount St. Elias, but their journey was documented in the magazine, bringing adventure and the Society's new tradition of exploration to the readers of our magazine. Our coverage of the Spanish-American War brought in many new members of our society. However, with new fans came new critics. Suddenly, the men told us we were going about our society all wrong, and the women claimed that we were being unjust to them. Yet, here I stand, a working woman, an associate editor, leading a group of men. 1897 brought new Society President Alexander Graham Bell, who encouraged our reporters to become slowly more like storytellers. Why, the pages had practically transformed from these wordy articles to now photographic collections, maps featured in the back cover, and hand-drawn illustrations. The National Geographic Society was no longer just old men scientists talking about geography, but now we are explorers, artists, storytellers. While we have made tremendous progress, I am confident that this is only the beginning. Welcome, ladies. Do come in, do come in. I believe our tea should be out in any moment now. For all of you new members of the Society, ladies, my name is Elsie Bell Grosvenor. I'm married to Gilbert Grosvenor, and of course my father is Society President Alexander Graham Bell. I'm so delighted that we can get together in such a manner as this to visit and enjoy each other's company. You know, earlier in the week, I was rummaging around through our old attic when I found this box of Society photographs. I thought you ladies might enjoy reminiscing with me over the last 20 or so years. Yes, the North Pole expedition. I remember one of the first films the Society ever had was of Robert Peary leaving the shipport, headed for the North Pole. Why, I was amazed and honestly a bit shocked when Peary reached the pole in 1909. He came back to America, greeted with congratulations and applause. Well, that wasn't until the controversy occurred between Cook and Peary. Frederick Cook claimed he had reached the North Pole first, and suddenly the Society was up to its neck in scandal. Why, I remember it being in magazines everywhere. We may never know the true answer to this battle for many years to come, but even so, Peary explored undiscovered lands and gained the Society much wanted attention. To me, it is still an outstanding accomplishment. Do you ladies remember the Machu Picchu excavation? Why, That was so intriguing. I'd never seen anything so ancient and foreign. Why, when I saw these stone buildings and artifacts in the magazine, I felt like I was at the site myself. The Society had certainly achieved its mission to bring the wonders of the world to anyone reading our magazine. Speaking of the magazine, it's been doing just as well over the past 20 years, hasn't it? Oh, before Gilbert and I were married, he would always write me letters about his love for the magazine and how he had so many innovative plans for it. He wrote to me, "I will change this magazine from one of cold geographic fact into a vehicle for carrying the living, breathing, human interest truth about this great world of ours." When he became editor in 1903, he began to incorporate many more photographs, such as this entire collection from Tibet. Why, our staff was astonished at his decisions, but our readers were amazed at these captivating photographs. In 1906, he published George Shree Ross's Nighttime Wildlife Photographs. The Society Board had earlier said that wildlife photographs were silly and a waste of our time. So when these were published, 2 of the members of our board resigned, claiming Gilbert was turning the magazine into a picture book. With a divided society now turned against him, Gilbert continued to tell the world our stories. Why, our coverage of the Great War remained positive, and in 1914, we gained another first when we published A Flower Garden in Ghent, the magazine's first color photograph. Why, our circulation is now up to 713,000, and people are even beginning to call Gilbert the father of photojournalism. Why, I suppose my mother and I have married well. My family and I have certainly enjoyed seeing the many ways our society has explored new lands, encountered landmarks, and exchanged foreign cultures with civilizations around the world. However, I think I am more excited to see what we will do in the future. Now, you must excuse me for just a moment. I believe Gilbert's calling me. He and Alexander have been talking about Alexander stepping down as the president. Maybe Gilbert has claimed the position. Hello, and welcome to this very special celebration of the 128th anniversary of the National Geographic Society and magazine. My name is Susan Goldberg, and as the first woman editor-in-chief of the magazine, I see firsthand every day how our staff continues the work of increasing and diffusing geographic knowledge as our founders put forth as their mission in 1888. After 128 years of dedicated hard work, service, and adventure, our legacy on the world is much more than what people see on the cover. As the National Geographic Society, we're constantly exploring. We've been exploring physically from the North Pole to the South Pole, from the highest mountain peaks to the lowest points in the sea. We're also exploring new ways to improve our technology, and we have become innovative in the technological world. Our scientists encounter and classify new species of organisms. We make discoveries daily. And in doing such extraordinary work, it's the magazine's duty to share our findings with the world through storytelling. By using photographs, videos, television, and eloquent writing, we share what we see in the world with our audience. The magazine shows our encounters of life in the unknown. We tell the story of impoverished families in rainforests. We share with millions of our readers these scientific expeditions that only a few hundred scientists would be aware of without us. Our National Geographic reporters travel around the world exchanging their culture with the culture of the people they encounter. In the fields of journalism, photography, science, and technology, the mark of National Geographic is significantly present. The National Geographic Society has lived up to its mission, I believe. We've increased and diffused the knowledge of geography in ways that the original 33 founders could not have foreseen. But we've done so much more than that. We've reached people worldwide with our ever-wanting need to discover the truth about the world we live in. We will continue to discover the truth by exploring the world, encountering things we didn't know, and exchanging our findings with new foreign friends we've met on the way. The National Geographic Society will never stop encountering or exchanging, and we will always dare to explore.